Chris, I'm waiting for your signal. And we have just gone live in Cambridge, Massachusetts, the capital city of the Internet. My name is Dr. Jeffrey Lant. I am the CEO and co-founder around this place. I also do this daily program, which is the longest running money development program in the world, particularly on the Internet. What we talk about here is money. What I've discovered over the course of the last 20 years is that most people simply don't know anything about money. Donna, I don't know why you're coming up, because this is anything goes. Please go down, Donna, all right? We have to be somewhat flexible today. We are in the middle of this program. I'm glad to see you guys are so enthusiastic.
It's live.
This is my hour. Okay, let's try that again. My name is Dr. Jeffrey Lant. I am the CEO and co-founder here at Worldprofit.com, WORLDPROFIT.com. And we have been amongst the longest living communities on the Internet. We were set up over 21 years ago. For over 20 years, we've been helping people make money every day on the net. As a result, we've gathered a great deal of information that is useful, and we're going to be ladling some of it out today. Now, a couple of things you need to know about Worldprofit. This company is hands-on, person-to-person, and dedicated to helping people make money. One of the things we discovered a long time ago, which I'm going to be very candid about, and I should say, by the way, that all my remarks on anything goes will be very candid. If you dispute any of them, go ahead, put your dispute on the screen if you wish. But I will answer it. I will answer it in a direct, very, very direct fashion. Anything said during the hour of anything goes, it should be treated as privileged, and we don't need to attack anyone for what they say. In other words, you're in sanctuary here during this hour. Say what you like. It is the pride of anything goes that we are very honest and direct during this time period, as well as always. So let's carry on. First of all, how many of you are making money on the Internet now? If you're a Worldprofit dealer, the answer should be that you are. Making money on the net is not difficult, if and only if you follow the directions. If you don't follow directions, you're not going to make any money. So right now I'm talking specifically to Dawn LeBlanc, Mathis, Charles Green, and there's Mathis again. Mathis, you have two windows open, so you're going to get echoes. I want to find out what they think they're doing about making money. And let's see whether we can't play off against some real people here again. Dawn LeBlanc, are you there? I would appreciate it if you would let us know that you hear me. Charles Green, are you here? We've been trying to hail you both so that we can talk to you and improve your situation on the net. But so far, you haven't responded, and that's problem number one. I would think that anyone in this room would very much like to write down a piece of paper and a pencil what I'm saying, because it's very tiny. Charles Green, how about if we use you as a kind of a guinea pig and talk to you? I'll dedicate part of this program to you, Charles, if you will answer my questions. How long have you been trying to make money on the Internet? How long? You're new, all right? What do you know anything about making money on the net? Have you made any money whatsoever? No. You're lucky. Do you know that the average person on the Internet loses money immediately by investing in some opportunity or whatever that's bogus? Have you heard of such things? The scam artists on the Internet, the people that rip you off, they are very definitely a problem. So far, that hasn't happened to you, is that correct? In other words, you have not lost any money yet, is that so? So you have not lost any money yet. I presume that you want to avoid losing any money, correct? And Dawn LeBlanc, we would love to talk to you as we're talking to Charles right now. All right. Let's talk about lost money, because most people who visit us at Worldprofit have lost money. I made a pledge many years ago But anyone who came to Worldprofit who had lost money, I would help them get that money back. Now, I don't mean the exact money, because that money is going to Beijing or Albania or Nigeria or whatever. I'm talking about if you lost $3,000, I would show you exactly how to make it back. You can't say that to Charles because he's fortunate enough that he hasn't actually lost money. But Don LeBlanc, have you lost money on the internet? Don, we're perplexed as to why you would come here and not communicate with us. That's not the way we do business. This is an interactive business center. I want to tell Charles a little bit about us. Like I said, we've been in existence for over 20 years. We are a Canadian company. We were created in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, in the west of Canada. That's where our corporate papers have been for the last over 20 years. And we also have the highest merit rating, the A+ rating from the Canadian Better Business Bureau. Now, Charles, it takes over 10 years before they even begin rating. You have to be a good corporate citizen of the Canadian Better Business Bureau for 10 years. No demerits. In the 10th year, they then start the evaluation process, which continues essentially for the rest of the time involved with the BBC. BBC is the for British Broadcasting. No, BBB, Better Business Bureau. You have to be a member of good standing for 10 years. The 10th year, they start evaluating you for a merit rating. And you only keep your merit rating, which for us is the highest that there is, the A+ rating, if and only if you don't screw up. It's as simple as that. If you screw up, they lower your rating, which is not good for business. Now I'm going to try again. Don LeBlanc, will you please have the common courtesy to say hello to us and come into this area? Okay. Don does not seem like she's going to talk to us. So Don, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove you in just 2 minutes. I'm going to give you a chance here. Charles Green, I'd like to do you a favor. And because we are recording this program, it will be posted to YouTube in about an hour or so. Would you like me to give you a free copy of my new book? It sells for $29.95 at Amazon.com. If I gave you a copy of the new book, would you be willing to read it in the next 20 minutes and comment on it? Okay. Gentlemen's agreement now between you and me. This book is called Net Profits. I'm going to go ahead and put the link on the screen. I've just posted a block of red text, Charles. At the bottom of that block of text, there's a blue link that says it is a Dropbox link. Do you see that blue link? Okay. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and download the book. It takes just a minute or so. Then I want you to read it. Then I want to have a discussion about your future on the internet. And remember, we're recording this, and I am also the CEO of the company, so you're getting extra special treatment here. Go ahead now and download it. While you're doing that, I'm going to read today's article. While you're reading my book, I'm going to be reading an article to the folks at home. One of the great things about Worldprofit is that it has very strong writers who do all the work. Most people are not strong writers. Most people hate writing. They hate English classes. They hate to read. They hate to speak up. And Patrice has gone ahead and posted the link to the text so that you can follow along now or later. The article I'm about to read to you is part of one of over 1,000 such articles I've written in the last 3.5 years, so that you folks can make your blogs way more interesting than they are and have much more timely information. Some of you know I'm an avid, indeed obsessive art collector. This particular article deals with a piece that I recently added to my collection. Again, when you are a member of Worldprofit, you get to use all 1,000 articles that I wrote for free, and there are 2,000 other articles in the file. So there are about 3,000 articles altogether. So there's not a day that you can't send out a timely message to your people to get them to respond and to develop relationships and leads. And Charles, before I begin to read Charles Green, I want to make sure that you have downloaded the text and that you have the book in your hand. Is that so? Is that so? Do you have? It is not so. Did you not click on the link you were supposed to? Or what's the situation? The link did not work. Well, Charles, the link works fine. Maybe you're not working properly. I'm going to go ahead and post it again. Right, you see it? And Charles, people have been downloading this book all day. There's no problems with it. So you need to follow the simple directions. Now I'm going to wait a minute, folks, until we get Charles situated so he can be reading my book while I'm reading this article to you.
And Dr.
Charles, let me know when you've accessed that link.
Is net profits, and what Dr. Lant posted is
all right,
the link.
So you're going to be reading my
book
while I'm reading an article to the folks at home. And just for the record, there are actually two audiences that are tuning into this program. There's this, what I call the studio audience. We have just about 100 people in the studio. These people come from all over the world and join us here in the Live Business Center. And then there's the much broader range of personnel that will access this article on YouTube. After the program, Patrice Porter will post the information on YouTube. Patrice has also just posted the musical link. Most of my articles have musical links. The reason why it decreases the impact dramatically for the reader, and therefore it enhances the likelihood that they're going to respond. Having said that, here is the article in question. What a collector lives for, a steal, and of an emperor who insisted upon apricot dumplings in season and out, a tale. Quick, what do you know about the great Magyar nation of Hungary, a key element in the European equation for 2,000 years? Exactly. Unless you are Hungarian yourself, you know little, if anything, about the matter. And that's why you, if you had the chance, would have walked past this gem and missed a rare occasion to add the splendor and verve, radiating the éclat of the so very Hungarian, to your collection. Well, make no mistake about it, a picture of this is a picture of consequence. And just in passing, when you click on the link to look at the text, you get a copy of the before and after picture of this painting. You very clearly see the before and after. Well, make no mistake about it, this is a picture of consequence, not least because it is, in microcosm, an apt representation of its nation, being bold, supercilious, absolutely sure of itself with an arrogance and hauteur that is quintessentially Hungarian, without the nation just such a lot of trouble and grief, even unto its complete subjugation and suppression. Look carefully and consider what you see, for this is how a king should look and be. Add the musical accompaniment of the Rakowski March. It's the very thing to go along with and amplify this article. Find it in any search engine. Listen to the sound of this blood-stirring muscle music, composer unknown. You can see the cracked troops of the kingdom on parade, the petted darlings dazzling in their design to impress uniforms and valorous decorations. We look, we admire, we fall victim to a charm that defines the nation. This is the Hungary, September 28, 1830. The very day the young man portrayed, His Imperial Majesty Ferdinand I, already an emperor, was crowned King of Hungary as King Ferdinand V. And thus one of the key factors influencing every European nation and their millions of inhabitants. In short, this was history. And since history is the supreme ironist, you may be sure that what you see is most assuredly not what you get. See for yourself the facts. People who enjoy the undeniable delights of condescending to others can never afford to forget that to condescend with credibility, you must win, constantly, consistently, completely. To condescend without victory is to open yourself to ridicule, snide remarks, and condescension by others more successful than you. Thus, while Hungary had been a great nation in the days of Attila the Hun in 434 AD, since then victory had been fickle, elusive, and so it found itself in 1830 one of the vast number of dukedoms principalities and other kingdoms, an unhappy and restless thrall to God's good servant, the Emperor of Austria, reigning supreme and condescending to all from Vienna. This galling fact roiled every loyal Hungarian, but bending the knee to anyone was bitter indeed, the schemers of Budapest. But to bend the knee to the man who called himself Ferdinand V was the most bitter of all. For these are the attributes and features that distinguish this imperial majesty: epilepsy, hydrocephalus, neurological problems, speech impediment, and war. Such was the fruit of the union between his consanguineous parents, the Emperor Francis II, and his double first cousin Maria Theresa, Princess of Naples and Sicily. His ability to produce an heir, non-existent. His ability to reign, impossible. His ability to make the crucial decisions inherent in his weighty and powerful position, episodic, unpredictable. The only adamant decision he ever made related to dumplings. Told by his chef that he could not have an apricot dumpling because with uncharacteristic decisiveness. I'm the emperor and I want dumplings. And so in this matter at least he was gratified. Otherwise, for the 13 long years of his reign, he was a negative factor, a void at the center of a turbulent Europe, marching to the revolution of 1848, when at last his imperial and apostolic majesty was gently deposed to be succeeded by his nephew Franz Joseph, who allowed his uncle to live in suitable splendor and crags of Radcany Castle, but perhaps he found dumplings in plenty and entirely to his taste. The record does not say. His portrait is King of Hungary, 1830. The picture you see above, so grand, so designedly inaccurate, was left behind, only to turn up as lot 125 at the Roteum Austrian auction 3 April 2012. You can see its deplorable before state, the state in which I first saw this picture, and knew I had to have it. You see, a true collector relies upon a practiced mixture of fact, hunch, visual impact, and affection to evaluate a picture and make decisions which may well cost a small fortune or more. It is a process in which the skills of sleuths, specialists, historians, and lovers are uniquely mixed, in which luck willing produce connoisseurs of bravado and nerves of steel. I am such a person, and I have been liberally helped along the way by conservator par excellence, Simon Gillespie of Cleveland Street, London. He is the man who has helped me acquire and return to their pristine perfection over 36 such pictures. I honor and trust him accordingly. What Simon saw. When the image was first put in front of him, it seemed destined to be rejected as dull and flatly painted. Close inspection revealed that the unknown artist had applied a thick oil paint, which over time had left deep interstices that had collected considerable dirt and old varnish, which had itself discolored. The resulting effect was dismal, a dull surface, dirty and disfigured. Here is where experience and a trained eye become absolutely essential. Connoisseurs and their conservators must learn to see that which is below the surface, to see the dazzling promise and the seemingly hopeless. Here Simon Gillespie excels. After extensive analysis, he concluded their work was worth acquiring. Though there was still risk involved, there always is. Still, Simon concluded that at the end of the day, the picture would be magnificent, as the elected guide should always be. On this basis, I acquired the work at auction, though other discerning eyes did succeed in increasing the price. Still, I did not overpay, always a danger when one's heart is involved. In short order, Simon had the pictures shipped with their usual speed and careful packing by Dorothea. As the crate was opened, always a moment of concern and nervous anticipation about what one would find within, the picture emerged, forlorn, dirty, distressed, but not disheartened. For this fortunate image had had the most good fortune to become distressed in ways that could be dealt with, so long as it had an emphatic purchaser, and that I most assuredly was, in Cambridge in sympathetic hands. How this object of world grandeur, with its uniquely opulent frame, has come to its new home, where it will be properly handled, regarded, and maintained. I see it before me now, touched by the divinity that must hedge a real mark. Yet it would be scarcely a true Hungarian tale without its mysteries still to be revealed. Who painted His Majesty, and why did he leave no clue? Who composed the Rakowski March? Why, too, did its composer demur remain incognito despite composing the work so excellent, the fastidious Abbey List that honored his pen. Again, we do not know. And finally, did Ferdinand the First and Fifth give the apricots he coveted for his dumplings? All these are left to discover. However, one thing is clear. If the work is imperial indeed, made perfect again by the scrupulous care of Simon Gillespie, and so Ferdinand, sore troubled and afflicted in life, was confidently for the ages to come, looking every inch as he should, a king, and a king of Hungary, at that. And that's my article, which I wrote for the members so that they can send it out. And they do, and it generates lots and lots of hits. So let's find out now where Charles Green is in the process of his reading. Charles, how are you coming along with the book? And Angel Rivera, I want to speak to you during the program. Hey, Charles Green, how are you coming along? And Angel Rivera, I trust you will be coming into the video program that follows this one. All right, so you're basically going to be done shortly, Charles, and then we're going to have a little chat. And as we anticipate waiting for Charles here, how many of you have read Net Profits and have begun to implement it? How many of you have read Net Profits and begun to implement the specific money-making guidelines in that book? Patrice says she has. And what about Angel? Tom has. What about Robert Ginesco and Angel? Angel, you are pressing your luck. Is there some reason why you're depriving yourself of the necessary information? Okay, Robert, good. Angel, I'm going to put the link on the screen while we're waiting for Charles Green. Good. Angel, I just posted some red text. There's a blue line at the very bottom of the page. Do you see it? Okay, Charles Green, you and I are going to have a chat that's going to change your life and the lives of about 100 people looking in and those who will join us later on YouTube. Charles, you say you have just recently begun training your internet career. What kind of training did you have? Who told you what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and to maximize your success? Anyone? No training, just looking around. Do you want to make money or do you just want to play around? You now know that there are two categories of people on the net. The 99% who are certain to fail and the 1%. Right now, you're in the 99%. How does that make you feel? And we want to welcome Marion Carlson. All right, let's make this game very interesting. I am going to read to you a $20,000 bonus package. In the book you have in front of you, there is a coupon. Did you see it? I'm going to activate that coupon for you right now. And I'm going to read you the $20,000 offer. Will you listen to that? It contains everything you need to make money on the net without exception. Absolutely everything. Okay, here we go. And folks listening in, this offer could be being made to you if you let yourself know, if you let me know. All right, Charles, I am going to read what I post on the screen for you. And members, I would appreciate it if you would take care of people like Colin and Marion while I'm busy here on the screen. Charles, you say you have finished our introductory video, and that is great. Then you already know the awesome offer we've got for you if you order in the next 15 minutes. You get the $6,500 bonus offer made in the video and $400 a month cutting-edge success materials, all with resale rights. And you get all the materials we have given before. This is worth thousands of dollars. You get total success training in home business bootcamp, and 75 monitors like me will start closing sales for you today without even ever charging you anything. You also get $800 worth of crucial business and wealth-producing software, all with resale rights. You also get Worldprofit's unique ClickBank promo kit, enabling you to make at least $1,000 a month without spending a penny. You also get our incredible Magic List Builder, this is incredible, which turns any website into a list-building page instantly. And if you accept this offer in the next 2 minutes, you get 10 associate members. These are 10 customers of my personal list. Now I'm going to go on to the next. Hi, Charles, are you following along with me? I'm going to go on to the next phase. Okay. Important for Charles Green. Place your order within 5 minutes and get 50,000 additional money-making credits, including 10,000 additional guaranteed visitors to the website of your choice from Traffic Center, and 20,000 credits from our popular Safelist Extreme Mega List system. You also get absolutely free our newest traffic generating marvel, the automatic SEO promo bot kit, $450 retail value. This helps get you guaranteed #1 positions on Google, Yahoo, Bing, etc. It also promotes your URL to over 3,000 backlinking sites with just a few clicks and allows you to post your message on over 70 Safelist and top traffic exchanges. Finally, we will include the SEO Power Pack of 20 free software programs worth over $1,000 our gift to you. Now, we're not finished yet. We're going to go on to the next phase. There are 6 parts of this offer. You've now heard 2. Here's part 3. Charles, if you get your silver package now, you get over 1,000 original articles. I was mentioning this to you earlier. 1,000 original articles by me for your blog. And you can see them at jeffreylantarticles.com. Active dealers use these articles to generate thousands of responses in just 15 minutes or so every single day. You also get brand new software by master inventor George Koch, which enables you to create hundreds of ebooks in just about 3 minutes per ebook. This spectacular offer is made once and once only, so act now. Click on the red Order Now button below. And you're also going to get order in the next 15 minutes and add this to your $12,000 bonus package. Create, customize, and produce video articles almost as fast as you can read this sentence. You will order within the next 7 minutes, and we will include the easy-to-use software you need to give away unlimited free advertising to any and all of your customers, whatever you're selling. This is Tech Wizard George Koch's latest invention, and you will use it daily to get your customers to act, to respond, to buy. And now we're going to go to the next one. Charles Green, can you believe we're now in part 4 of the 6-part offer? Even more, you're going to get the video marketing course, because video marketing is the hottest thing on the net. Have you been to YouTube lately and checked for yourself? Now you can stay home and profit if you know how to do it. I will teach you how to use video marketing to sell anything. Order in 7 minutes and get this incredible video marketing course for free. This is a $10,000 value. That's what any university would charge for a 2-day workshop, but this is ongoing training. The course is unique. It doesn't exist anywhere else. You are getting it now for free. And by the way, in 30 minutes, we will have a live episode of that program related to this week's live video training course in 30 minutes. Now, that's 4 parts, Charles, and we're not done yet. Charles, I want you to take a look at the point to the top of the page where you see in bright green text, 700,000 SEO submissions. Do you see that, Robert and Charles? Very top of the page, Charles, you're going to get the 700,000 SEO submissions for free. They're automated. You can use them over the course of 90 days. And finally, because you've been cooperative and worked with me, I'm going to give you not 10 associates, I'm going to give you 100 if your order is in 7 minutes. Now, Charles, this is the best offer on the net. All you need to do to activate it is to click on the bright red box that says order now. You want option number 1, the monthly option. If you do that, you have 7 minutes to take advantage of this offer. If you do not do it in 7 minutes, we simply cancel the offer and we do not make it to you again. This is one shot. We are looking for the people who are the 1%. And if you are designated yourself as part of the 1%, then you will understand that these things are there for your particular use and are particularly useful indeed. So, Charles Green, do you accept our invitation to membership? It's now 6 minutes to go, 6 minutes to go. Six minutes now, waiting for Charles Green to make the decision of his life. If he turns it down, we will never make it again. He will remain in the 99% who are certain failures. He will never know the delights and benefits of being in the 1%. Charles, as you can see, this is a decision of the utmost magnitude. Okay, members of the community, we care to Charles is saying no, I'm not going to argue with him. I'm going to let him go. I'm going to cut him loose. He will have lost the $20,000 package. And Charles, there's no chance in the world you're going to get that package again. Members, anybody want to say anything to Charles? He's making a hideous mistake. I'm going to let him keep my book as a consolation prize. And Charles, when you read it, remember that everything in that book you could have had, but you turned down. In other words, you let the book. And I would like to know why you're turning it down, because this is the best offer ever made on the net by far. Waiting to hear from Charles Green about why you turned down the best offer in the world, knowing that you can't get it again. I'm going to direct you to the free program then. It's at the top of this page. Turn to the right. You get absolutely no support from us on that program. You're on your own. It says the course you choose. Go to the top of the page on the right-hand side for those people who are not going to upgrade. And I want to go on record as saying that Charles made a very, very bad business error, which will haunt you for the rest of your time on the net. Any points you want to raise, folks, for Charles Green? This would be the moment, and I'm going to address now some reasons I begin to think about as to why these people who are in Charles's position make this terrible mistake, seemingly unaware that it is a terrible, terrible error. And Charles, good luck to you in your future ventures. I will thank you. Anybody care to guess at why these people do this to themselves? Because it is completely irrational. Anybody have any ideas? I have a number of ideas. Anybody like to speak? First of all, Charles, you're not to be here now. You need to go to the top of the page to the free program. Gone but not forgotten. Or forgotten but not gone. First of all, I think that these people don't understand how complicated the internet really is. George Koch makes it look easy, but in point of fact, it's not easy to run a business, particularly when you have no technical skills and no help whatsoever. Agreed or not agreed? Chris, it looks like it's going to be you and me talking, because these other folks are asleep at the switch. If you are alert, if you are here and paying attention, I would be really glad to know. And we want to welcome Magix. Magix, I'm going to put your instructions on the screen. Magic, I just went ahead and put your instructions on the screen. think there are several reasons that happen. First of all, people don't, where you save money. You know, I don't understand this point. You're talking about $99.95, which is a pittance. This is not even anywhere near what they spend on lottery tickets, liquor, other social drugs, whatever. Yes. And yet I'm puzzled as to what Thomas raised a very good point. He says he does not understand that this is an investment in his future. This would be a great loss to him. What I ask these people over and over again is, if you turn it down, what are you going to replace it with? And they never have an answer. It's basically hope over experience. They trust that something is going to turn up that's going to save them. It's not. It's absolutely not going to turn up to save them. And that's mysterious to me. James Stevens, I want you to come up on the screen with me. You are a junior monitor. Are you able to do that? James Stevens, there's a empty box right underneath me. James Stevens, are you there? Charles Green, you're back again. Charles, you turned down the best offer I ever made in over 20 years. And here you are again. Why are you back? There's nothing I can do for you now. In Magic, you need to get out and follow the directions, click on the green box, and watch the video. Now I'm wondering why Charles Green continues to return to a place that he rejected. That puzzles me as well. Exactly, please. I'm still waiting for James Stevens, who now has disappeared. That's why you have to be very flexible on the internet. Here today, gone. Here this second, gone this second. Now I want to speak to Harvey Chandler. And Angel Rivera, I want to speak to you. Angel, I have made a lot of money on the internet. I've made millions of dollars. And I have followed George Koch's advice to the letter for over 20 years. You seem unwilling to follow advice. Why is that? Waiting for Angel Rivera. Are you proud of that? I don't quite. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that fact. Do you do your promotions every single day? In other words, are you obstructing your system so that it is impossible? You have you missed a single day since you joined us? Do you think that's a good idea? In other words, if you know that you're trying to build a machine that will generate lists, if you know that the list is the list, why would you ever do anything that would jeopardize the creation of those lists? Why would you do anything to jeopardize the creation of the lists you knew were essential for business success? Now, wait a minute, you told me you missed days. Have you missed days or have you not missed days? If you've missed days, then you're jeopardizing the system. If you haven't, that's a different matter. Have you missed a single day? You told me that you have. Then you told me that that doesn't jeopardize the system. A day or two. Let me tell you how that plays out. Let's say that you have 2 days that you simply did not do the work. Any people that might have come in those days are gone for good. Therefore, every single day compounds in their absence. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a business opportunity cost which you pay when you don't follow the directions. Well, we're going to be discussing this phenomenon in the next program. What I'm going to do here is, because we are going to start in 15 minutes with the next one, I'm going to give us a 15-minute break. And Patrice, I'd like you to come up here before this tape is done, so we give you some credit. I'm going to cut this program short by 10 minutes, so that everybody can prepare for the next one, which starts at the top of the hour. And Patrice Porter, if you can come up. There you go. Sorry,
great program, though.
But we are going to be doing it for another hour.
Yeah, that's yeah, and it was a great program here. It's lovely when you can have someone to work with there. But it was too bad Charles didn't realize the value of what was offered here, and especially with you working one-on-one with them, and it's just a shame that. And I love your.
I'm so puzzled by this phenomenon. I just can't understand how people do this to themselves.
They're not
and
realizing.
They do it with utmost confidence.
Yeah.
That it all is going to turn out well when it isn't going to turn out well.
Yeah. Well, I don't think
it can't work.
They aren't realizing what it's costing them by not investing that $99.95 for the $20,000 package. By not investing in that and trying to do it with freebies, it actually costs you a whole lot more, because it won't work with the freebies, and you don't have the training and be able to work with people like yourself and George and all the monitors here working as a team. It makes a whole lot of difference, and it's just so easy to get lost and overwhelmed, and yeah, there'll be some hard lessons learned by hard knocks if you can't realize it by talking and taking the offers there. Then you'll realize it the hard way and come crawling back and hoping that you can get that package and join the team, because it's wonderful here to be able to work as a team.
Well, scarcely a day that goes by that I don't hear from someone saying, 5 years ago you told me to do this, I didn't do it, and now I'm sorry. I could publish those as an e-book.
Yes,
the number of people that just decide to do it in their own way. I do it the way that works. If I know from my own experience that works, then I use that. If I don't, I listen to George Koch, follow his advice.
Yeah, and
it's completely puzzled by this inability to follow simple steps that work. In return for it's going into the tower inferno and saying, well, I'll figure it out. It will work out all right. No, it won't work out all right.
It's the school of hard knocks that way, and why, when you've broken the trail ahead of us, I mean, why not follow that trail? It's already been broken, and I'm very much appreciative of being able to work with you and George, because you have broken the trail and are willing to show us the way, and it's presented in such an easy fashion for people to follow those directions. They're laid out very simply, and there's live training. You can ask questions. It's a terribly missed opportunity if you don't grab it. And if people want to check out My Home Business Central, you can check it out at www.20waystoprofit.com. That was developed with Worldprofit here, and also Worldprofit, it's a training program to help us develop any business online, and I've used my gardening expertise to help people create abundance by gardening. And you can check that out at www.gardeningforfoodsecurity.com. And the replay is going to be on the YouTube channel Pat Porter. So if you missed today's program, you can watch it again on the YouTube channel Pat Porter, and I'll have a link up just a few minutes after I step down here. So.
Well, maybe we're not in too early. I want to say something here. As a person who's made a great deal of money in business through direct mail when it was paper and ink and postage and then ultimately email and whatever, this is what concerns me. I would love to teach a class, an advanced class in making money on the net. But instead, I'm given the problems of, hey, what's that dog in the background? Instead of dealing with the most sophisticated way of making money, and a lot of money, talking about $120,000 in a day, I'm dealing with, can you please shut your dog up? If you don't think this is ironic, you have no sense of the absurd. And you know what I'm saying, Patrice?
Yeah, but
I want to get down to with people and get down to the nitty-gritty of how to make a great deal of money. I can't go there because we're still back to the, are you doing your promotions? Are you developing your list? And until people view the basics, they can't do the advanced stuff. So consequently, we don't have the kinds of advanced courses that I use in my own personal life every day.
Yeah, well,
I find this excruciating to know these things and be unable to say them because it's like,
no, we can't implement them. We're not there.
The soil of Kansas. No, you need certain things. Yes, angels, this is what I mean. Yes, we know there's an echo. Well, we shall make as much progress as we possibly can, starting at the top of the hour for today's video marketing course.
Yes.
But you see, I need to be able to tell you the advanced stuff. I need you to master the beginning and the intermediate stuff. If you don't do that, I can't teach you the rest. Because you wouldn't do it, for one thing. You wouldn't be able to do it for another.
Yeah, no, if you haven't got the basics and you aren't at that level, I mean, I really appreciate, like, the tips that you've given me. I mean, just putting every asset into play and you know, making the templates and having having your assets work for you. And I mean, that's the level I'm at, but I know like you're way past that too. I mean, but we have to work at the level we're at, and that's what it's wonderful to be able to work with you, though, that people don't realize that
exactly, and what
you can take it each level.
Well, we hope that people will understand to master the basics. In other words, instead of my saying, how are you coming along on your delivery of the offer, that I could get to the point of saying, look, master the offer, now let's really get into the razzmatazz of using it properly. Because, for example, we have people coming in here all day long who are desperate, absolutely desperate. They need help. We can provide the help. And we're back there saying, by the way, you have to tie your shoelaces.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's frustrating. You know, get out if you want to go. Yes, Michael, we never said that for you. Well, let's take a 10-minute break. We'll come right back at the top of the hour. We're going to dig in. We're going to go as far as we can and bring a piece of paper, bring a pencil. Be ready to participate. Don't just sit there on the sidelines. If you haven't had any video training before, we're going to get some. If you have had, we want to make sure you're making progress. In other words, we want the day to be productive and profitable for every single member. I want to thank Patrice, who is always very well organized and very soothing. I have to say that it's probably because of her herbs or whatever, but she's very soothing. Because to me, I don't understand why a person, and I will never understand this, a person who has absolutely no success whatsoever, has never had any success, turns down every specific tool tailor-made for that person's success. Where, how did this terrible disconnect take place?
Yeah, it's just not realizing that what's being presented. So we just can work the best we can to open people's eyes and take them at whatever level they're at and work from there. So I'll see you at the video marketing course.
You'll see me in 10 minutes.
Okay, and bye for now, and we'll see you in the live meeting room for the video marketing course. Bye for now.
That's right. Now in 10 minutes, if you want to go now, you can go to the left-hand side of the page. It says Live Meeting Center. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. No, Live Meeting Center, right on the left-hand side. Under... does everybody see it? Live Meeting Center, left-hand side of the page. Well, I'll stay here and direct traffic in about 5 minutes. Yes, under Monitor Schedule on the left-hand side, you scroll down to Video Marketing Course. You're going to need pencil and paper, headset, webcam headset.
And today, every Saturday, we have the live video marketing.
And I'll be back to address traffic in 5 minutes or less. All right, John, good.
And that was our Anything Goes program for today. Bye for now.